It was panned more than it deserved. I don't want to be underprepared for it. Eventually, an award function becomes a TV show. Someone asked me, did you approach Salman for a role? And I said, no, I didn't. But it was the other way around, where he offered.
Hi, Riteish. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Firstly, a lot of congrats are due for you, for Hum Shakals, for Ek Villain, for Yellow, a national award for your Marathi film Yellow. So very big congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
But I want to really ask you, Riteish, for a guy who's known, for an actor who's known for his comic timing, for great comedy films, what triggered Ek Villain?
An offer. I think it's important for an actor to get that offer. Every actor, I think, who is doing films in a particular zone, always wants to try something else, but it's important for the offer to come his or her way. I think an offer, waiting for that offer, and I'm glad that Mohit and Ekta thought of me for that role.
Riteish, you've been loved for your comedy roles, but at some time in your career, were you fed up? Like, I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want people to just love me for making them laugh.
See, there are two things. One, do you want to work and continue working? Yes, I do. I want to work and I continue working because I love what I'm doing. Okay, that's one thing. Secondly, then what kind of roles do you want to do? There are one set of roles that keep coming to you because of a certain commercial success attached to them. But you always seek for that opportunity where you get to do something different, like Ek Villain. Say Ek Villain didn't happen. I would be still doing comedies.
Absolutely,
Okay? Because it's not about, oh, am I bored of it? No. My boredom isn't about not wanting to do what I'm doing right now, but it's more about excitement to do something else. And it's not like, oh, I have had enough, I'm not going to do. Then I don't act. Is that enough? Is that good enough for me? No, it's not. I want to keep acting, hopefully, for a very long time.
Wow. You know, like your films are loved by a lot of people. At the same time, they're not typically critic-proof. You know, movies like Hum Shakals or Grand Mystery. So how do you react to all of that?
I think criticism is important. Every opinion matters. And it's okay. I think a film may not be liked by a certain people, may be liked by someone. Hum Shakals in particular was not critic-friendly.
Was really panned,
Yes, absolutely. But I also feel that it was panned more than it deserved.
You really think so?
Okay, for whatever reason, I not wanting to get into them. Like for example, there have been films that have been successful and panned. Be it Houseful 2 was panned, Houseful 1 was panned.
It was very big success.
But they were all 100 crore films. I don't think Bol Bachchan got great reviews. That was a 100 crore film. So I'm not defending Hum Shakals here, but I'm just saying that how reviews when it comes to comedies are taken.
You also said somewhere that you're going to direct someday. So which film will which zone will your film be in?
No, I think, you know, someone just asked me how about direction now that you have become a producer. And I just said that, you know, I repeat myself again that as an actor, you own a part of a film. That you think this part is mine. Like in Villain, I think that part is mine. In Hum Shakal, that part is mine. As a producer, you own the entire film. So for me, I own entire Yellow. Or as producers, me and Uttam own Palak Palak or Lai Bhaari. But as a director, you're a creator. So you're much more important than any of these things.
Absolutely,
So that's why a director gets his due, because he is the creator. He generates everything out of nothing. And it's an interesting thought. I have learned my way.
You might do it someday.
No, I think I just said that it's an interesting thought that I would love to, because I think it's a great avenue to explore. But not right now. Also,
you have too much on your plate already.
No, I don't want to be underprepared for it.
Okay. You produce Marathi films. The first time you're acting and making your debut in a Marathi film called Lai Bhaari. We saw the promos. Lovely. Tell us about that.
Lai Bhaari, I always wanted to act in a film. In fact, when I first started off a few years ago, I was supposed to act in a Marathi film that didn't take off.
Okay.
And suddenly Balak Palak happened. I did that. Then I started Lai Bhaari. After that, Yellow happened.
Right.
The Yellow released before Lai Bhaari. So suddenly I have like 2 films that I've produced as a film company that I have. And now Lai Bhaari is coming. I always wanted to be part of a Marathi film in the capacity of an actor.
Very often we hear about the regional cinema only when the national awards are announced.
Yeah.
You know, till then we don't even know of these names. It just gets lost. What do you think about that?
I think we are so engrossed and busy with what we do and we are talking about commerce and who's been signed where and which film is being announced,
and the number of crores it's made,
how much this thing is done, and then suddenly you have award functions in which many a times a popular choice wins over what actually
the real content, a movie with great content.
So it's the biases are towards popular channels because that's the way it is. Probably eventually an award function becomes a TV show. Unfortunately, we go there. But National Award, it's not a TV show. It's an honor. So they don't really care about who's done what. So your best film could be the most popular film in that language. I also feel that Filmfare, if I may speak, has awards in South. I think it's high time they start awards for Marathi cinema. If they're talking about regional languages, I think because it's respected. Filmfare is known to honor Hindi cinema for a very long time. South cinema
the oldest
now
award, so to speak.
South cinema for a long time now. But I hope that they do honor Marathi cinema because it would mean a lot to the Marathi people who would go up there and probably receive an award. So if you are there, please listen to us. It's a request.
Riteish, you've been around for so long and finally people are saying Riteish Deshmukh is the dark horse of Bollywood. How does it feel? I mean, you didn't come from a filmy background. You made it on your own. You were very slow and steady and you've come up till here now.
I think it's overwhelming. Because you're there, you're doing the same thing, you're not doing anything out of the ordinary. You're trying to choose what's the best out of the lot that's been offered to you. I think my sincerity towards performing in Humshakals is as much as for Ek Villain. So suddenly you do something out of the box because you've offered. And I'm so happy that it's been received the way it has.
Is Genelia your toughest critic?
Yes. She is a balance more than... she'll always guide me to do the right thing. Because there are no biases and it's always what's best for me. So I think it's very important to have that force in your life. And she's been a great actor herself, so she understands everything.
So which role of yours has she loved the most?
Bluffmaster is something she liked. She loved Naach.
Okay, she liked
she used to tell me, Naach is something that you should do something like Naach.
Okay.
Bluffmaster was my father's favorite.
Oh, really?
Yes, he loved Bluffmaster. And that's why me and Abhishek always tweet to Rohan saying, let's make part 2.
Wow.
Let's do it. So Rohan, if you're listening, part 2, we're ready. Are you?
Riteish, you're a producer also now for Marathi films. So I want to talk to you about the Censor Board. The Censor Board is getting really tough on our cinema, the kind of cuts they give and all of that. And whatever that cinema does is always blamed in the sense, whether it's sex, it's violence, it's crime. Society just blames cinema for it. Okay, what are your views on that?
We have largely, fair enough, you think that a lot of people out there might idolize certain actors and want to follow their footsteps and do something, be it if they smoke, then they want to smoke because of style. If they drink, then they want to drink because of a certain style.
Totally.
I think this could have been true some years ago. Where the literacy level was not that great. But now I think most of us are literate. Most of us understand. Most of us are deciding for ourselves what to do, what we want, what we don't want. Fair enough. There should be a certain guidelines of what children can watch and what children can't watch. There should be a certain guidelines of what an adult certificate should be.
Correct,
What an adult certificate should not be. So I think there is a requirement of a censor board. You cannot have no censor board. And I believe that they are being liberal and responsible at the same time. There needs to be a balance, and I'm sure they'll get it. Because without censor board, there are a lot of content that I think, oh God, this is a bit too much. Okay, there's no censorship on internet, so it's a free for all.
It's a free world out there.
So it's so but cinema on TV, I do believe that because it's a medium that kids watch. So he has songs, things that you show in your songs and promos that come on TV that is free for everyone to watch, need to be censored and need to be correct.
Absolutely,
absolutely. No issue. That I agree.
I mean, in fact, even the current political scenario, and I'm not talking about any political party, the kind of loose statements being made about rape, about women, about some minister even saying that women shouldn't wear bikinis. How does it affect a movie industry? How does it affect actors? And you as an individual, what do you have to say to something like that?
Oh, no, I think as a country, we need to be more liberal in terms of how you want to be and what kind of thing you want to project as a country. Wearing short skirt is an issue, and don't wear short skirt. I think that's really stupid. I think every lady here understands what she wants to wear. She should have absolute freedom.
So how much do you think this will affect our cinema? The kind of movies that we can make? How, like we were just talking about pushing the envelope. How far can we go?
How far can we go?
Yeah.
We can go as far as the audience wants to. Creatively, it needs to be
aesthetic.
Aesthetic. You know. Otherwise, sometimes you, in terms of pushing the envelope, let's push it, let's do this, let's do that, then it becomes tasteless.
For the sake of it,
it becomes tasteless.
Tell us about Salman's cameo in Lai Bhaari. We believe he actually wanted to do a part in the film. Is that true?
No, I know what. I think in an interview, it came across wrong on my part, where someone asked me, did you approach Salman for a role? And I said, no, I didn't. But it was the other way around, where he offered, he graciously offered to be part of Lai Bhaari. And he said that we address each other as Bhau, which means brother in Marathi.
Yeah, of course,
So he told me, Bhau, what are you doing? And I said, I'm shooting for a Marathi film. He says, oh, let me do a scene.
So sweet.
And I was like, you want to do a scene in Marathi? He said, yeah, I want to do a scene. Then I didn't have a scene, so I went to Nishi. We were almost finishing our film. Nishi said, where do we put a Salman Khan scene? So it took us a couple of days, and every day he said, did you figure it out? I said, we're still working on it.
Wow.
And Sohail, who's a dear friend, was directing Jai Ho that time in Hyderabad. And he told me that I've seen many people come to Salman and ask him that, can you do a cameo in our film? And this is the first time I've seen where Salman is asking to be part of something, and
awesome.
You are taking your own sweet time to figure out whether you want him or not. And I said, no, I said, we would love to have him. We're just trying to figure out, a way to present him or do it correctly. So then we got a scene and we did it. And I think it was absolutely gracious of him to do it so nicely. We had an absolute one drunk scene between him and me talking Marathi.
Wow.
And Salman's mother, auntie, she's a Marathi, she's a Maharashtrian. So for him, it was like, my mom will be very happy knowing that he's acted in Marathi.
So I think going to get a lot of Bollywood people to push your cinema, Marathi films especially.
No, I think a lot of people from Hindi film industry would want to produce Marathi cinema.
Oh, that's nice,
I remember speaking to Mohit, and he said, oh, the kind of content, Mohit Surya. Because there's freedom of content in Marathi. You're not bogged down by commercial aspect. You can go dark and gritty, and there is a certain audience. I think Mohit once told me that the kind of content I would love to direct a film in Marathi.
That's cool.
So there are a lot of directors
who actually want to make Marathi cinema.
Actually said that they would love to do Marathi cinema.
That's great.
And I remember having a conversation with Vishal Bharadwaj, and he had mentioned, I would love to do a film in Marathi. So,
such good filmmakers.
Yeah, great filmmakers wanting to do a film in Marathi is a fantastic thought.
Talking about a new you, a very sweet new thing is going to happen to your life very soon. Tell us about that. Are you prepping up for fatherhood?
No, I think me and Genelia both are very excited. And we will take things as they come. And I think it's a new innings.
Are you also nervous?
Nervous?
With becoming a dad?
No, I think I don't think I'm trying to think too much into it. But one day at a time. Fingers crossed, and hope everything goes well.
So what's coming up next for you, Riteish?
Next is Bangistan. It's an interesting film directed by Karan Anshuman. It's with Pulkit and Jacqueline, and produced by Excel, Farhana and Riteish Deshmukh. And it's a unique subject.
Thank you so much, Riteish.
Thank you.
Super talking to you. I had a great time.
Thank you so much.